Welcome back, everyone, to Punny Plays a Stout Minstrel. We are back here with Mithrandir near the gates of Mordor, with Eorzen in the background, and we are trying to decipher this artifact that Eorzen had stolen.
The artifact Iorzen stole from the vault of Durthong bears a powerful corruption.
Yes, it bears a powerful corruption, but it was not made in the land of Mordor. It came from elsewhere, and the corruption that envelops it stems from its long stay in the Black Land. If this evil could be cleansed, I believe that Elrond could imbue it with a powerful and vital force of good. Before that can happen, however, we must do something about the corruption that Mordor has worked upon it. There are different methods to accomplish this, though the wise disagree upon the effectiveness of each. My preferred means for such a cure is to bring the corrupted item to the place where it was made, or to places of some significance upon its path, and to thereby diffuse the foul touch of Mordor that has, in the interim, claimed it. We must learn the story of this heirloom before it came to Mordor. The wizard turns the artifact over in his hand, studying it for some clue of its origin. To your eye, the heirloom is a small brooch made of bone, encircled by what appears to be a curved piece of antler. It reminds you of the Losoth of Forhel. Mithrandir seems to pick up your assessment. Yes, Pinefear, this brooch is clearly fashioned by the Losoth hands. In material and style, this brooch of bone began its journey near the Ice Bay. That is where you should bring it, for reminding it of its origin may help to cleanse the corruption that enveloped it within Mordor. Go to the city of Surikela and find Lothrandir of the Dunedain. He returned to Forhel after the fall of Sauron, and he may be able to help you cleanse the brooch of its evil. He's already gotten all the way back. How about that? Well, he certainly travels swiftly. The heirloom of the Snowmen. Hmm, this cloak doesn't seem to look right on a dwarf, but it keeps me warm, so I'll go with it.
What do you need?
It's good to see you, Pineveer. There are always dangers, even after the fall of Sauron, and it is our duty to face them. The hazards of Forhel are more to my liking than those we faced in the Southlands, however. What has caused you to make this long journey, my friend? To show him the bone brooch? Hmm, I can sense the evil power. It puts me in mind of the dread that weighed upon me in the dungeons of Isengard. That's not a feeling I'm eager to revisit. That is a lothal brooch, it cannot be denied, for there are many like it in Strikila alone. But the real question is this: does this brooch belong to one of those who have gone missing in the recent days and are currently uncounted? If it does, this brooch may bring ill tidings to the missing man's family. That should not deter us, however. It should be delivered. Yes, several warriors have not returned from excursions along the snows, and I went with some hardy men to seek for them. To no avail, of course. We searched to the north, but had not yet gone to the east. If you will search for them, I will show this brooch to people in Surikila to see if they recognize it. So I need to search for missing Losoth warriors while he goes around checking to see if he can find any owner for it. I suppose we need to check up along this ridge up here to see if any of them are up around here. Well, I see some bodies. That's not good. You found some of the missing Losoths. Suddenly you hear a shout from the southeast. Southeast. So that means somebody is still alive? Well, that'll be good news. And what's also good news is that these are over 50 levels below me, so I don't have to worry about having to fight them. Ah, perhaps this man heard the shouting, or maybe he's a survivor from that group, or something else. Hello there, sir. The storm came up suddenly, and I was separated from Autos and Ika. We did not know where we were. Can we really have been so close to the city? But there's no time for that now. I'm pursued. Help me. Uh-oh. My pursuers have caught up. Oh, well, these I have to fight, apparently. These are a slightly higher level than the other one. And now for you. And now for you. It's not like I'm going to be needing to fight all these, many of these. Thank you, stranger. My life is yours. I found the bodies of two, and I found the third still alive.
What do you need?
I heard that you found the bodies of two of the missing men, Pinefeeder, and I'm glad that you were able to save Terho. He spoke of a sudden storm that overtook the warriors not far from Surikila. It happened from time to time, although I did not notice such a storm since my return. The cold can work a madness on even the well-prepared, however. Why is it still cold this time of the year? What, it's April now? You would think it'd start to warm up a little bit here? I would hope. Yes, while you searched for the missing Losoth, I discovered the rightful owners of the brooch. A woman named Pina, recently widowed, told me that the brooch belonged to her slain husband, Oiva. Alright, I asked Lothar there if he is not concerned that the corruption of the brooch might work some harm upon the widow. He seemed to consider it first. That's a good point, Pineveer. I do not know why I did not think of that when I gave her the brooch. Now that I think on it, I confess that I cannot remember actually handing it to her at all. That's most strange. We had better go see her at once, Pineveer. I hope I had not done ill through my desire to do right. Hmm. This is strange. Quickly, my friend, something is not right about this. Well, I'll agree with you on that.
Your efforts to cleanse the evils from the corrupted brooch have led you to the settlement of Surikila, where something is wrong.
Yes, something quite wrong. Quick, Pinepeter, the widow Pena lives to the southeast, and if the brooch has worked some evil upon her, that is where we must go. I have a feeling that this is somebody trying to steal it. I don't know, that's just what I think. Pena. Friend, have you seen the widow Pena? I have, and she's never been better. Her husband Oeva has returned. All through his although him dead, but he lives still and has come back to the village. I was just going to spread the glad news. Pinia is no longer a widow, for her Oiva is alive. Oiva is alive? How's that possible? We have to hurry, Pineveer. There's some evil at work here. Well, this is even stranger than I was thinking. Oiva perished, though through the ice. When it dragged him out, he was gone. Something's not right here for sure. He cannot be alive. He was dead for days. Pena, are you all right? Yeah, look at this. I'm fine, Lothar dear. Why are you so troubled? This brooch that belonged to your husband, there's evil in it. And speaking of Oiva, I heard a strange thing. You heard that he came back to life? You heard that he came back. He did not. Do you think I would not know my own husband? Oiva was mine, and when the ice claimed him, it was as if a piece of me was taken too. I do not know what thing has taken his shape and pretends to be him, but it is not my husband. It is not my oiva. I clubbed him over the head and left it behind my home. You can see it if you'd like. All right. Follow me. This is a strange tale. Remain on your guard, Pineveer. Oiva. You never saw Oiva, but this does appear to be a warrior of the Losoth. As you study the still form, you feel a sharp pain behind your eyes and a throbbing in your head. The air shimmers behind you through the haze. The spirit reveals itself. Hamaito. I dwelt in the storm. It pleased me to confuse the trackers, leading them to their doom. But then I saw an opportunity for merriment. I came to the brooch, drawn by the power of its evil. It pleased me to cloud the ranger's mind, hiding the danger it posed. But my jest has run its course, spoiled by the devil of a woman. I would slay you all for less, but Hamino has the truest reason. Well, we'll have to deal with this. Alright, there you go. And we cleanse the brooch bone of its evil. Now you know the prey. Now you know not to prey upon the Losoth. The spirit of Hamito was to blame for the deaths of our missing warriors, and he would have done injury to all the Losoth if he could. I'm glad that you and Lothardir aided me in casting him back to nothing. For the aid you render to me, I give you Oiva's brooch. I do not need it to remember my husband. I deem that the evil with which it attracted Hamato attached itself to him as he carried it on his chest. It went with him into the far reaches where we cast him out. May Uiva's brooch of bone help you in your adventure, and render your aid on behalf of those who need it. Not all people are Losoth, and will have more need of you than we. Well then, that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. For a moment there, I thought that she was an evil person trying to steal the thing, but apparently it was the brooch itself and the spirit that were doing it. Okay. I should have known that Hamaito was clouding my mind, Pineveer. In the dungeons of Isengard, I resisted Saruman's torments, but there I knew of the wizard's tricks. I knew to resist them. The corruption that affects this brooch in Mordor drew Hamito to it, and he did his lesser evil in the greater one, and was marked therein. That is the corruption went into Hamito when he was cast out is useful to us. In that way, we did us a good turn. Perhaps that is the greatest jest of all. Farewell for now, my friend. Give my regards to Elrond and Rivendell, and I hope he's able to infuse this brooch with the forces of good, as Mithrandir believes, until we meet again. Until we meet again. And that is quite, quite, quite interesting. I should note that this particular quest is different based on your class, and I don't believe I've ever done this from the point of view of a minstrel. So this particular quest was either new to me or I've done it once so long ago that I've completely forgotten how it went.
You will need the aid of a light that can pierce the darkness.
I know why you have come, Pineveer. If you are to journey beneath the shroud that covers Gorgoroth, you will need the aid of a light that can pierce the darkness. Elrond takes the brooch of bone from you and dips it into a font beside him. When the artifact emerges from the glowing circle, light drips soundlessly from it and pools like water in the basin. You're put in mind of a blazing hearth, a beacon shining in the darkness of a crisp and clear winter's night, calling all travelers home for the warmth and welcome. Elrond smiles at the sight of the glowing heirloom, and his voice contains both determination and joy when he speaks again. With the light of Erandil, you will be able to walk where the shadows lie and overcome them. And of course, this is an echo of the file of Galadriel, which is also containing the light of Erandil.
Erandil was a mariner.
Erandil was a mariner, Pinevere, and he braved the storm and roaring waves. He bore shining light out of the darkness. He voyaged through sadness and woe, cresting the waves of his sorrow and braving the winds of wrath to bring hope from afar. He travels still upon his errand, not upon the seas of the world, but those of the heavens, the light of the Silmaril in his brow showing the way. Elrond falls silent as he gazes upon the sky, remembering distant memories. For all the Eldar, the light of Erandil's star is counted among the most precious. It is the sign of hope for all who labor against the great enemy of the multitudes of his servants. For me, it's something more. Yes, Erandil was a mariner, but he was also my sire. When I look upon the stars, I remember much that has now gone beyond the circles of the world, and the joy of memory is tinged with the sorrow of loss. I give you this gift so that you may bear the light of Erandil with you, and it will be a shining lamp in the darkness. A shining lamp in the darkness. Elrond gave us a little gift in that. Elrond's gift, which is the Brooch of Bone. This brooch of bone belongs to Losat, the man of Alva, and was gifted to you by the widow Pena after you cleansed out the corruption that had fastened it to Mordor. Elrond has imbued it with the light of Arendelle and believes it will help to banish the shadows of Mordor. And well, I don't currently have a pocket item at all? Apparently not. Alright, well now I have a pocket item. And that'll be useful in that, and that should bring up my light level to a reasonable level. And I'll worry later on what kind of essence to put into it. Hello, Mathan dear. I am back, and the corruption's been removed.
The light of Eärendil will serve you well within Gorgoroth.
Ah, you've cleansed the corruption from the artifact that Eorzin brought from Durthang. I never doubted you would be equal to the task, Pinevere. The light of Eärendil will serve you well with Gorgoroth. I deem that few of the commanders of which Eorzin spoke will be able to endure the presence, and none will enjoy it. It will bring this to comfort, and for you in the to aid you in the piercing the shadow. It is time to press further into Mordor. Oh, yippee joy!
Enemies still hold the channel between Udun and Dor Amarth.
Adventurers of the Free People have set foot into Udun, but the fortress of Karak Angren has hindered further passage. The eruption of Orodruin melted the doors of the eyes and mouth, and they cannot be shut. But enemies still hold the channel between Udun and Dor Amarth. Some few have managed the passage, rangers, elves, and others utilizing the arts of stealth. I believe that you can advance into the Doomfold of Dor Amarth, pass through the guarded Isenmouth, and find Brugos on the other side. He will tell you somewhat of what he has done, and what has yet to be accomplished. So I need to travel to the Isenmouth in the fortress of Karak Angren. Alright. I suppose we can do that. But we'll have to save that till the next episode, when I am hoping that we'll not only get into Dora Marth, but maybe we could finally meet the Stout Axes, which is, of course, the entire point of this series is to do this section of questing from the point of view of a Stout Axe. That's what we're going to be trying to do in the next episode of Piney Plays a Stout Minstrel.